look puzzled.
Hey, Shockwave. I'm just waiting for news.
I'm
just on the edge of my seat waiting for the new Dark Moon toys. I mean, where's the Dreads? Where's Leadfoot? Where's the other ones that I want?
I hate to say it, but Dark and the Moon came out many years ago. The probability of a new figure or not—
Dino! Oh, finally! Hasbro smartened up and gave us the new Autobot characters from Dark the Moon, the third Bay-directed film. Oh, hold up. Oh, this is a third-party toy? Damn, I was hoping Hasbro realized this untapped market of movie characters to give us new toys. Hi, Studio Series. Well, we had enough waiting, and a Takara repaint of Sideways isn't gonna cut it. So, a third-party company called Alien Attack Toys created a representation similar to Mirage, or Dino. Still a dumb name, all I can think of is the pet from Rock Simpsons. The not Mirage is called Firage, a twist combined of the names Ferrari and Mirage. After these long years, we've got the character people wanted! And then forgot! And then forgot why we even wanted it. Does it live up to the hope? Yep, we're taking a look at the box. Simple in the white cardboard, but decorative, with a nice illustration of Farage's face seemingly painted on beautifully in a brush-stroke style. Not much going on with the sides, but the back of the box shows the figure, few of the accessories, and an advertisement for the product released after. I like it, but I'm worried I'm gonna spill my Coke on it or get my grubby fingerprints all over it. Figure includes a card with an image matching the box art and the same paint stroke style with the back showing stats. Also instructions, which can come in handy more than you think, and a bag of fingers. It's a lot less creepy than you think. Barrage transforms into a car that looks like a Ferrari, feels like a Ferrari, smells like a Ferrari, but is totally not a Ferrari 458 Italia at all. It looks pretty good with the slick and curvy shape. Check this out, rubber wheels. Oh, so underused in toys today, and it makes me happy. However, if the toy's not transformed or stuffed correctly, it'll cause drag. You can adjust them if you need because they're on hinges for the transformation. If everything works, it's as smooth as gooey chocolate cheesecake. There's no way of storing the weapons or adding them to the figure. It's good because you don't get the holes all over the place like the MechTech stuff, but the car feels a little plain. I think the blades would make it more exciting, but that's just the kid in me saying, ooh, toy. I'm not a fan of the mirrors molded in plastic. Should have been rubber at the risk of breaking it, especially for the transformation. Speaking of which, there's a few things I need to mention. There's some things in the transformation the instructions doesn't really explain or is easily missed. Watch out for this step, which is weirdly upside down, and follow how the arms and legs are supposed to go. Also, the toes are supposed to move up, and this gray hinge bit on the arm is supposed to flip down, something the instructions missed on. Alright, quick little update. There's these little side things on the feet that move, and I thought you had to close them up, but if you leave them open, this one slightly and this one about halfway, and then close this back up, the feet have more room to go in, and now you don't really have a clearance issue. Yeah, just be patient with it, there's a lot going on, especially keep an eye on the back trying to get this bumper in with the toes pushing against it. And this might just be mine, but one of the rear sides does not want to plug fully into the hole. But suddenly in the review, it's fine, of course. This figure is not packaged in this mode, so you're likely gonna struggle, but when you get it right, it's a sexy mofo. With plenty of molded and painted detail in the back, gotta appreciate and love that like newborn kittens. Yes, you can see the panels inside the windows. At least the back just looks like engine detail. Speaking of which, the windows are smoky transparent plastic, but the headlights are clear transparent plastic. Damn son, where'd you find this? The alt mode looks the part, but it's totally not a Ferrari. Totally not. Hush up, you frog-faced car. A few things are questionable, and if you haven't transformed it right, it's so stuffed that one wrong or slightly off thing can make a difference. Still, this is a fun little solid car. Robot mode. Mirage in robot mode is pretty slick looking. A little scary too, like a red cat giving you the stink eye. I bet you're wondering why the red color. Well, that's so bad guys don't see me spill strawberry jam. Gotta commend the work. The detailing and coloring is wonderfully done for a transforming toy, minus the kibble on the back. But if you know me, you know that I just don't care. If the front of the figure does its job, it's good enough. I would say great paint work, but I can't. That's not to say the paint apps are bad, far from it. But it's mostly different pieces used for separation. For example, the lower arms with the black and gold hinges, gray inner material, and red armor to cover it. It's a good effect. Sadly, because the head is mostly solid red parts, the paint applications feel out of place from the rest of the toy. It's not as sharp, but with eyes like that penetrating your soul, you can get by. Did someone say articulation? Ball jointed head, hinged neck, shoulders up and down, tilt side to side, out and in, forward and back, rotation below, double elbow, wrist rotates. 2 joints in the combined fingers, ball jointed thumb, waist rotation, ball jointed hips, rotation below, double hinged knee, ball joint foot, hinged side foot supports, heels and toes move, and I need to catch my breath. Believe it or not, that's not all. These spikes on the back of the legs can be adjusted. Same with these neck things, and the doors, which are supposed to slide into the pegs, but there's too much kibble pushing against it, like a marriage. That was dumb. So much posing options, it's almost too easy to work with. I almost feel like I'm cheating when a figure has the capability to look this good. Chest may be a little round, but hey, awesome boobums you have there. Wish the feet were tighter, sometimes he falls drunk. Oh, and the legs. The top of these clashes with the backpack, but those are some sexy ass legs. I'd like to take him to Disneyland and give him the old goofy, if you know what I'm saying. I'm not allowed anywhere near a theme park. If you didn't think he'd come with weapons, won't you be surprised? These blades can attach to the arms, and would you believe he looks better? These weapons have a bit of articulation on the hinged arms connecting it, and the peg has its own joint. Such dedication. Only issue I have is that the peg isn't strong, but with legs like those, I got distracted. He also comes with these whips. I'm feeling the sexy fever. The ends have a bunch of joints to work with and a wiring that'll go all over the place. Too bad it gets all jumbled up and it's hard to straighten out. Don't remove the peg from the hooks. I made that mistake and now it's hard to keep on. Oopsie poopsie. You can move the gray joint to make it look more connected, and man, he's looking fine. Look, Ma, I'm a chillin'. Now, what's in the bag? Well, you could build articulated fingers from these. Sadly, the instructions do not recommend you using it for the transformation. I don't mind the hands given, they already have more joints than some of the other figures of this size, but if I swap them out, we'll take a look at it right about now. Now for the size. How tall? Screw it. Swapped, I can finally show how mature I am. With the 3 separate points of articulation in each finger and an additional ball joint in the thumb, there's so much you can do. You could rock on, pretend to be Spider-Man, or eat spaghetti with ease because somehow an alien robot with consciousness can be a rough Italian stereotype. The problem I have is that the fingers are so close together and small that it can take a while to fix it in a pose. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty cool, but I still might opt out for the original hands. There's a metal pin you'll have to slide out, but with the included black pin, it's pretty easy to do. Just wish there was some backing to this, like a rubber end, so it doesn't stab my thumb! Of course you could use a hard surface, but be careful. And now he can write his letters. My dearest Anne, it has been months since I felt your touch. Yet, my deepest love commits that the yearning to return to your arms has been eternal. Someday soon, I will be yours again. Signed, your hopeful love. The thumbs are annoying as hell. The ball joint is way too weak to hold a good pose. I guess they did this so as you remove the thumb, you don't strip any of the joints, but it doesn't work. Now for the big question. I decided to go rebellious against the instructions, and behold, you can transform the toy properly with the new fingers. They don't get in the way, there's nothing pushing against them, nothing has really changed, so why did the instructions say it's best not to do this? I guess the reason for the suggestion is that the fingers are pointed forward with nothing tapping them into the vehicle, so if it gets caught in something, fingertips might fly out, though I've had no issue. You can swap out for the black ones and leave the extra pieces in the included bags. Now for the rest of the review, I will switch back to the original hands. Now for the size. So how tall is he? Well, he's smaller than the Voyager or Masterpiece movie Bumblebee, but slightly taller than the modern Deluxe. I know some of you have issue with this not being MP scale, but considering most movie figures are in the Deluxe or Voyager scale, I prefer it. I guess it's closest to Hunt for the Decepticons Bumblebee, which looks good next to it. So is Alien Attack Firage worth the money? Well, it's about $60, and that's a lot for something Hasbro should have done years ago. However, to spawn this little beauty, I'm glad they didn't. I will say the transformation is the least enjoyable part. I like an interesting transformation, but it's so jam-packed that one wrong move could break it or set something off. This is totally for collectors who feel there's an empty slot, and a repaint of Sideways isn't gonna cut it. I'm having so much fun posing this little guy, and even though the transformation isn't fun, it's satisfying to get him in either modes, just like a good job sticker. Yep, totally recommend this to those who are patient, careful, and not some kid having a tantrum for YouTube views or some teenager saying, "It's too hard, you do it." If you have the money and you like the film aesthetic, I think you can still get it at ages 3 and up. I'm not sponsored, but this is where I got Barrage, so I wanted to give them a mention. I'd say this is one sexy man worth looking into. I swear I'm straight.
Oh yeah, you're an animal. You're sexy. Damn, no. Okay, maybe. And I'm spent.
I'd just like to take the time to say thank you for checking out the 250th episode of the show.